Hello.
Hey there.
Hi.
And welcome to episode 204 of Come Get Your Podcast. I'm your host, Adam.
I'm Dustin.
I'm Chris.
How are we doing, gentlemen?
Staying cool.
Yeah.
Staying cool.
Staying cool on these warm days. Feeling good. Doing good.
Not as hot as it was a couple weeks ago, but it's still, like 87 right now, I think?
It's pretty humid outside today, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it's humid.
I mean, I was only outside for a smidge, letting the dog out, but...
I let the dogs out yesterday after it stopped raining, and it was humid as fuck.
Mm-hmm. It just skyrockets with that heat.
Yeah. On my way, I had a haircut this morning. On my way home, there was some dude who works for a moving company who was like loading a couch in the back of a truck, and they put it down for a second. And I was driving by, and like you could just tell that one dude was just white.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But that could have been because of personal choices from yesterday.
That's also, it is also true that, there are probably a lot of people who are a little bit tired this morning than normal,
Yeah.
Like some people, like, just chilled at home, had some hot dogs, watched Star Trek, played video games. Some people went tubing, and it's like, we all just kind of lived our best lives,
Tubing does sound fun, though.
It was a good time. I haven't been tubing in years, so did a beer bong on the river from a complete stranger.
Hell yeah.
There was like a bit on this the part of the river we were on where there's just trees and logs and stumps everywhere. So I was the only person who was like, "Hey, we need to start doing." I was with 3 other people, and I'm like, "What do we do?" And like, I'm just gonna get out and like drag us through where we need to go and everything. And it was also by like a sandbar area, so a lot of other people had stopped. They were hanging out and drinking. And as we're going through, like, we're just saying hi to people as we're going along, wishing them happy 4th, all that stuff. And there's a group of definitely like college kids. And they were like, someone was like, "Do you want a beer bong?" And to me, but I didn't hear it, like, or maybe just to our group, but I didn't hear it because I was busy like navigating through everything and trying not to like trip over logs that I can't see. And then 2 of the people we were with thought I was just like, "Nah, I'm good," or whatever. And then Misty is there, and she was like, "Hey, he offered you a beer bong." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, she pointed, and the guy's like, "You want a beer bong?" And I was like, "Hell yes."
Hell yes, I do.
And he was like, "Do you got a beer?" And I'm like, "Yep." And
Hell yeah.
And he was like, foams up and everything. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, too bad he got too much foam." I'm like, "Just give it a second. It'll be fine. It'll settle down." I'm like, "And you pour more beer in there. It'll be fine."
Yeah. Is this your first time? I've done this before.
Man, I couldn't tell you the last time I've done a beer bong.
It has been years.
Say it's been a minute.
It's been a long time
as well. Still got it.
See if I can still ride this bike. Still got
it. Relax the muscles of the throat, Like, yeah. And then they're like, "Oh my god!" I had like 30 people cheering, and I was like, I literally took a bow, and I was like, we're on our way. Like, got someplace to be, and I was like, "Yeah, at the end of the river."
Yeah. We're floating, buddy.
Yeah, we're floating. I'm not here to hang out and drink. I got to drive eventually.
I need to sweat some of this out.
Yeah. I mean, we packed waters and stuff too, so I was being responsible.
Good.
Just, Missy's like, "He offered you a beer bong," and I was like, "Wait, what?" Yes,
wait a minute.
Give me.
Me?
Second thought, I would love to.
What's more, gonna stick with people is somebody, a random stranger, like, who does a beer bong and then hangs out for a while. The random stranger does a beer bong and then leaves. That's gonna be remembered more.
Leave for sure, because it's like you came, you saw, you conquered, and then you just like.
And now I'm on my way.
It's like a drifter.
Yeah, exactly. The mysterious stranger.
Yeah.
How were the burps after that?
Fine.
Glorious.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I can handle my beer bongs.
Yeah.
I didn't. Everything stayed down.
Good.
Damn.
I don't know. Yeah, I just moved on. I
That's
had floating to do.
That's a power move, man. You gotta
had
really
floating
respect
to
that. You know.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's all about
Like-
domination and authority.
Like I can see this. Like what if next year you also go tubing, you know, and then same people happen to also go tubing, and they see you, they're gonna be like, oh my god, it's that guy.
Oh, exactly.
It's
You leave
that
an impression.
guy. And you're gonna
First,
be like, you want to do
first
another
impressions
one?
are everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legend
I'll do
precedes
one.
you.
I'll do one.
Yeah, I'll do. Yeah.
I'll do one. I'll do it again.
Break the tank.
Load it up again.
Oh god. Classics.
Like, went with like one of the two other people. It was four of us total. Two of them were coworkers, or one former coworker and a current coworker of mine. They're like, I didn't know you were able to like do that. And I'm like, yeah, I used to be in a fraternity.
Yeah, you.
We're not
Yeah,
talking
man.
about too much.
I've done this before.
Yeah.
Separation of church and state, y'all.
Mhm.
You know. People,
I can
So
fly. I'm a pilot.
I'm sure that's going to get talked a lot about in the office on Monday, but that's,
Anybody got any beer bongs lying around? Like, you know.
anyway. How are the dogs during fireworks?
I gave her some calming treats beforehand, so
Smart.
she didn't like it, but it wasn't. She wasn't like tremendously freaking out, but it got to a point where I put on some. I was watching some Elden Ring like game show stuff, like Jeopardy with these content creators, and I just laid down on my couch and she's laying on top of me, and like it was cool. Like
Just settled in.
we just settled in because like the new meds I'm on like just wipe me out after some time, so it's like I just mellow out as well. So it's like you're gonna be okay.
Yeah. Harley was fine. She I think she was more concerned or interested in the people like parking their cars on the street and just hearing those car doors or people
Sure.
walking down the sidewalk.
Sure.
But like no, I mean, I think since we live so close to where they set off the fireworks, so like she's just used to them at this point.
Right.
Because we can hear them all around us. So
Same.
yeah, like we can see them from our back, like our deck in our backyard. Like we can just go out there and watch the fireworks show. So she's used to it. She just kind of hung out, was kind of laying down, ears propped up for sure, paying attention to all the sounds. But
I'm sure.
no, she was good. She doesn't really get too affected by like storms or any of that stuff. Like she doesn't like cower or anything. She just, I don't know, just kind of chills. I think as long as we're cool,
Yeah.
she's cool, kind of a thing.
Right.
So, yeah.
Moose wasn't scared, but he got a couple times and just like was barking.
Yeah. The loud ones.
Yeah, just a couple times though. I mean,
Yeah.
and it happens to Rizzo occasionally too. So, but they were both fine, and
Yeah.
I mean, we were just hanging out watching 28 Days Later and relaxing. So that's kind of the vibe Moose took over.
Mm-hmm. Just feels the energy of the house. It's like, yeah, all right,
Yeah.
we're good. We're good.
And everything was good. Some fucking jackass was setting off fireworks at like 11:30.
Oh, yeah.
We had put Moose to bed.
People,
But, you
come
know.
on now.
The thing that also gets me is like I was driving out of the neighborhood this morning, and people just like left their fucking firework boxes next to the park where we're at. And everything, like, fucking clean up after yourselves,
Right.
you guys.
Hey,
At
man.
least bring it back with you.
And this
Right.
is in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, back in the fucking day, all right, we never let that shit happen. Okay, we cleaned
I
up after
know.
ourselves because we had. I don't know if the legends of that neighborhood still ring, but we had 4th of July parties every year for like 7 years at least.
The year I moved in was the last year they did it. So,
we
I've experienced it.
Yeah, man, we didn't fuck around. We didn't fuck around back then, you know.
No.
God, you know,
There's-
not to be like all sentimental, you know, I'm living in the past, but like those were the days.
Yeah.
Simpler times.
Some dude's got $4,000 worth of fireworks in his garage.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we did it up. We did it up.
Yeah,
you
man.
know?
I had a good time.
If you guys could experience my mom's pulled pork sandwiches back then. I know Adam, your cheesy potato legend speaks for itself. My mom had a really good cheesy potato. We call it yummy potatoes.
They are yummy.
Those are the
No
days.
doubt.
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
Those were the days. I made a lot of hot dogs yesterday. 4. I mean, that's a lot for me. One person. But for dinner, for lunch and dinner, I didn't eat them all at the same time. No, sir.
Oh, you didn't Joey Chestnut it?
No, man, Mr. 70.5. No, sir. The king The king has returned. I can't watch that. That's awesome for him, but that's like, that's
Katie had
disgusting
to get up and walked into the kitchen.
I saw she said that.
Yeah,
like a minute and a half in. She was like, it was the bread and the water. We can't even talk about it.
If I ever get like an Italian beef sandwich or something from like Portillo's or a restaurant and that bread is soggy, I can't. It's a texture thing. I can't even like
soggy
touch
bread is one thing. Dipped croissants?
That's right. If it's dipped and it's still like stable, I'm cool.
A light dip.
Yeah.
But it's like when it gets
quick dunk.
so soggy that like the bread is just nothing. I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah, she's like, I looked up and he had like bits of hot dog bun and water in his beard. And he's like, I couldn't. And I think she almost like dry heaved. I just watched the whole thing. I was like, this is a domination.
Katie, if you're listening, I feel you, girl. I'm right there with you. I can't do it.
Just think about wet bread.
I'm okay with it.
It was like they ball them up and then just shove them into their mouth.
Yeah, I mean, power to them. I don't think, after 2 hot dogs, I was like, I'm good, So,
I'm a 2 hot dog person,
Yeah.
I mean, and they're not
snacks.
it's not like I get the colossal Nathans when I buy them, the big boys.
Yeah, those are some juicy dogs.
Those are some juicy, good dogs. And then I bought the Hawaiian style hot dog buns. Myers version, Fredericks is their brand, I think.
That's the good stuff.
Put it on a pan, melt some butter, put some black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder in there, roll them up for a bit, cook them in 5 to 7 minutes depending. Primo.
You got cheesy blasters.
Those are good. What is
This made me miss Doghouse when it was around us.
Yeah, I don't know.
That place was so good.
It's a shame,
Their
It's a shame.
Beyond Meat burger was like seriously one of the best things.
Really?
Yeah, like surprising.
Why did it fail? I can't remember.
I just
their
don't
location.
Their location
They
sucked
had-
for sure.
think the revenue. Yeah, and that was probably because of the location.
I remember when it was Ruby Tuesdays. Even that place sucked. Like that location is like just hard to just get to. Like
Well, like there's a sushi place in there, and I don't think that did well.
That sushi place, I think, is still there. Their sushi's really good. It's just you never think to go over there.
The only time I do is when I go to the Holiday Inn for like work shit.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, hey.
Oh, well, I don't have time to go right now. So, well, oh well. But
yeah, I made some hot dogs. I watched Star Trek 2009. It's a comfort movie for me. I love it.
I do enjoy that film.
Yeah, dude.
That's not much of a Star Trek person. That movie.
Stellar, such a stellar movie, man. Like really. I'm replaying Elden Ring now because I got that fixin', to play more of that.
It's grabbed you.
It has, and I'm at Radon in the DLC and kind of pissing.
How's it going?
Well, I've only attempted him twice, and it was better than I thought it was going to be. I'll be honest with you. But I then reminded myself when I did beat Radon the first time, it was a new game 2. So I'm like, that's why it was harder for me.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think I'm going to be better this time around. But
I'm assuming you were.
I haven't beaten him yet, but it's been going pretty well. I'm doing like a really big like shield build, colossal on my other hand, and so. But it's
Strengthen
pretty
it.
fun. Strengthen it. Like it's my go-to. If I got a default, doesn't saw what I can do with the Raider in Night Rain. So it's like it's just my jam.
You'll have to show me soon.
Yes, tomorrow, I hope.
Yes. I tried out Raider that one match, and I don't for some like I do enjoy him. I think my tanking style is much more akin to Guardian, just having a shield and.
Dustin's a fucking really good Guardian. Okay, he really is. Like
Might be my favorite character.
him, Guardian, me as Raider or Iron Knight, and then Jeff as either Recluse or Wilder. We're solid. We got a good
Game
lineup,
over. Yep.
You know,
I'll tank it. I can take it. Hit me.
we just gotta get you a good shield, and then we're good.
Yeah, then we're golden, man. We've beaten it when I just had my standard shield. I just upgraded to plus.
Well,
3.
leveled it, yeah. But I mean, like, if we can get you a good shield, though,
dude, then it's easy baby game.
Well, I can't wait to find out for myself.
Yeah, I'm interested which character you're gonna. I guess adhere to. Like, there's you try them all out, and then there's just like a few that kind of stand out. It feels like for
Always,
everybody that you just kind of like fall
Something
back to
clicks
those.
in.
Yeah.
yeah. Like, I started with my first characters I was playing with was Executor, and I was like,
Executor.
Executor. I always say his name wrong. Yeah, whatever
Yep.
the fuck. How the fuck
fine.
you say his name? Me say something wrong. Figure shocker, but because I thought I would like it better because it's like the decks, you know, and stuff, and it's like I see the appeal, but it's like Raider, and then I liked Iron Knight way more than I thought I was going to.
Iron Knight's so fun.
You know, I'm gonna remind you guys that, you know, I locked in that one time and
I've seen it.
saved
Video
it.
proof?
You know, I put that shit
I've seen
on.
it.
I put that shit on TikTok. You know, and I put it. I don't know if you guys watched it or not, but I put it with Painted Black as the music. You know,
No,
so
I
it's
did not see that.
it's
I
pretty
didn't-
good. It's pretty
You'll
good.
have to send it to me. Although I don't have TikTok, so I don't know if I can see it.
But yeah, there's only one class I haven't even tried, and it's Revenant. Revenant, however you say your name.
Revenant, yeah.
Revenant. She's fun.
I just
The
know
summons
it's
are
not.
interesting.
I just know it's not my playstyle, so it's
Sure.
like I'll probably try it eventually, but yeah.
I mean, if you know it's not for you.
But eventually, there's DLC still coming for it, which is I don't know if it's more story, but apparently it's like additional bosses and characters you can play as, and what those are going to be, no idea.
That'll be cool.
Time will tell.
But yeah, I'm glad it's past the time limit. You know, if we were going to abandon it or not, and I don't think so. You know, not anytime soon, at least, because it's fun to just go in there, trial and error, fail. Like we talked about it before we started recording. We'll go in, jump in, die, and I'll be like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like,
Learning new strategies, where
Yeah.
you should go or shouldn't go, when you should try to go there. It's been fun. It's a lot of fun. I was curious how the roguelike element of it was going to really factor in and how it was going to mesh well with, you know, the From Software of it all. And it's, I don't know, like you said, it just kind of is scratching a certain itch of like, you know, I don't necessarily have to load up Elden Ring solo if I want to keep doing that. Like I can just run in there and it's not like, you know, I don't necessarily know what's coming kind of
and
a thing.
it's not honestly even that bad solo. Like I do prefer to play it with people. Like
Yeah.
randoms are fine. Don't get me wrong, you know, and stuff like that. But like if there's only two of us on because they don't have a duo mode yet, sure. Like a random, because we've had fucking amazing randoms. Like
Yeah.
the other day, you know, I changed my name to Glizzy Gobbler. Jeff's Perry Poppy, and then when Throat Goat came in here, we took it down. Like it was. I messaged that
Throat
person
Goat.
on PlayStation. I said, Glizzy Gobbler and Throat Goat combination is unbeatable. You know, so. But we also had not so good randoms, you know, where it's just like, where are they going? Oh, they died. Well, I'm not saving them.
Yeah. Where are you going? We
What is she
pinged the
even-
map.
What is she even doing up there? I don't even know what she's doing.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's doing.
But it's fun. It is soloable if you do want to like go in there and try and get some stuff. Like I think the other day, before everyone jumped on Dustin when we were playing, I tried a couple Iron Ice solo runs, and
Mm-hmm.
just because it was just to get relics or just see if I can do something, you know.
Yeah.
Because like you could buy relics, but it's like I have the shittest luck on getting good relics. I swear to God.
I stopped buying the random ones. It just they're never worth it at this point.
RNG.
Yeah,
Like gambling.
Yeah. So it feels like no matter whom I'm buying it for, it's never for the character I want. Like the ones that I get's character specific, it's never for the one that I'm using. And they're just like weird choices. Like, yeah, your attack power is upped as long as you have 3 greatswords equipped. And it's like, well, I don't really play any characters that I'm getting 3 greatswords because I prefer to poke with Guardian and Iron Eyes all bow and arrow. So like,
Well, the good thing is you just have to have them in your inventory. You know?
Sure.
So it's like you could have the one spear and then have like 3 other great swords. But I get your point 100%.
yeah.
Like,
But then I'm like having to look for greatswords where it's like, I'd rather look for the
Well-
passives on there and get different things.
well, and thankfully they updated the game last week that actually showed what the weapon was. Instead of like you having, I guess, is this a colossal weapon or anything? Now it's like it shows at the top. Yep, this is a colossal weapon. Because there are so many items that I'm like, is this even a great sword? Is this even a fucking colossal weapon? This says it's a great axe. It's not a great axe. It's a colossal weapon. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rhyme and reason sometimes is lost. He's like, that is an axe. I'm looking at it. I'm holding it. It's just a colossal axe at this point. I don't get it. Whatever.
It's the same thing in the base game. Really.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
What is the decision making behind this? Is
But
there any decision making behind this?
But it's fun. I like, it's fun when we get in there and cause some chaos
You'll have me soon enough.
yeah. We've also tried some other like weird strategies where I think we all played as Iron Eye and then we're like, all right, we just go our separate ways and see what we can do. And it
See you on the
actually
other side.
pretty well. Yeah, we actually did pretty well. Dustin unfortunately the camp he went to is not a good one for him.
No. I almost took him down.
You did.
And
And
I got.
but at the end when we actually all came together, it was pretty fruitful. Like we did better, but we also then missed out on loot and stuff. So it's like,
Yeah.
You
And then you find that you don't necessarily have to do that, right? Like we can still get to close to max level, somewhere within the realm while also sticking together and then just quickly taking down bosses as opposed to splitting up.
sure.
we're gonna try for science,
Yeah. Yeah. Different relics to bring in. It just requires
see what comps
playing.
work, right?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. I know we've complained a little bit about the RNG, but like, it almost feels like if they up some of those percentages, like it would almost become trivial.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because it's like we've had to try and fail enough times that like even the fact that we jumped on and beat 4 straight bosses is like that doesn't happen every single time we jump on.
And it wasn't even, and in 2 of those bosses, it wasn't like we walked through it. Only one boss was we walked through it, and that was the first boss you fight, the dogs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the dogs. Yeah.
The other 2, like we were close to not even winning. I think the Centaur guy, it was a little close a couple times, but
Yeah. We had to lock in.
yeah, man.
But, I mean, now we do have some characters with some good relics that actually help before we go in. Like, there's very specific builds. But it's like I only have that with 2 characters. Like, I don't have all the relics for a bunch of other characters if I want to try it. So, I don't know. And we still haven't done all the shifting events. Like, there is always something newish that you're kind of running into.
To do.
There's
Not
other
always.
character-
Sometimes it feels like the same exact match, but rarely.
There's the random raid events that'll happen, or the different like camps that are being possessed, or whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
There's also the characters remembrances I haven't done yet. So like there are many reasons for me to still play the game.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
and it's a good break. It's you can go in there for like 2 hours, let's say, and like if you have a time limit, get like 2 matches done, because each round is like 40 minutes, I'd say,
Yeah.
if you go from beginning to end.
Usually say like 45. It
Yeah.
depends on how that last fight goes, but
Yeah.
about a 45-minute average. So
Yeah. So
Not bad.
it's not bad. It's fun, and I know we don't need to sell you on it, but you know it's
Yeah, I already bought the game.
yeah,
it's a good game.
I got it.
It's
Oh,
been
you-
purchased. Everybody who has a Sony account, and if you're a part of the PlayStation Stars thing, you should redeem that for money.
Yeah, it ends
You get like $5.
probably the end of the month. I don't know if they've given a date on that.
I don't know if it's in the middle of July or the end of July, but it's one of the two.
But you did buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I bought it.
You bought it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, like I got it. It's done.
Oh, okay.
It's been purchased.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of don't want to play it anymore. So
Yeah, that makes sense actually. Historically,
Adam, I want to play it.
I'm kidding.
I don't know if you are. No,
I am.
you are.
No, I've done
You're
that shit with you. Like that. That's happened with games with me with people as well. Like Helldivers. Like I eventually got it, and it was just like boop, fell off, and I was like, well, okay.
Just want to make sure there was enough people to play with. You know,
Cracks me up that Ben gets frustrated.
He does, and I try to help. It's similar in the ways that you get frustrated on Dead by Daylight.
Sure.
Where it's like I
get
try
it.
my best to help, and I probably make it worse. And it's like I get it, but here, look at it this way. And it's like no, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's fair. You're right. I'm bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's like anymore with like Night Rain, it's just like you're looking for a good run. Because then it gives
Yeah.
you a chance at the end. That's all you're looking for. But like you said, like even like cursed runs, it's like when you get done, you still get some relics. And the relics you get at the end of a run are better than gambling on them at the shop. So-
Potentially.
Potentially.
But it's like with Ben and Ben wants to like beat the bosses and then be done with it. I get that. Like, but his strategy with it that he uses in that is similar to his strategy in Elden Ring or Souls. Is like it's a war of attrition, you know, and he'll just go and fight 1,000 times,
Yeah.
you know, and eventually brute force his way through. You can't really do that at Night Rain
No.
because you only fight that one boss a couple times, and then like we've talked about ideas. It's like, oh yeah, I kind of wish that you could like have a training room against these bosses, and I'm like, I see your point, but then eventually I'll stop playing because it's like, well, I got
Yeah.
this boss down now. It's like I don't want to do that, you know. I want to like that's how I enjoy it, is to keep trying and failing and succeeding and stuff. But I get it.
Well, yeah, and you're using the entire match as like, okay, now I'm learning new things to do and better ways to do certain things, not just against the boss, but even in the world, like where I'm dropping, where I'm going. Like we talked about, just different strategies. So it's, I don't know, maybe it's just a.
Hey, I was so
the way
proud of you
you're
the other
looking at
day because you used your map once, and I was like, let's go, Dustin.
I did.
You used
I didn't know
your map.
where. I was like, "Where is this?" I'm looking for it, and you're like, "No, it's up north." I was like, "Okay."
Oh,
Started following.
now you just gave me an idea. Like one of these times we're playing, it's like, all right, Dustin, you're the navigator. You lead us.
Get ready for a shit run.
today.
Hey, man,
We're
whatever.
gonna learn today.
Yeah, we're gonna learn under fire. Should I go here? Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, this is a bad idea.
No. It's fine.
But
It's fine.
yeah,
I'm looking forward to trying it out.
I'm looking forward to playing with you.
What he said.
Well, in some less fun news.
Yeah.
Time for that part of the segment.
You know what?
Microsoft has laid off how many? 9,000?
Something like
4%
9,000 across.
of their
Yeah.
workforce, and it's across all Microsoft too.
So, Perfect Dark is no longer happening at the moment.
Yep.
I still think that could happen eventually. And
Aren't they closing
Forza
the?
Horizon Motorsports is also canceled.
Yeah.
And their team.
Isn't the developer that was working on the Perfect Dark? Weren't they like new? A new developer? The initiative?
Yes.
Because I think
they
even
were.
the initiative got closed, right?
Yeah, like they were a
Yes.
new developer, and then they're just getting axed.
They were closed.
Yeah, it
So,
was an
yay.
initiative in Crystal Dynamics, and then it was canceled, which is a shame because it's been in development since 2018.
And announced in 2020.
Yeah, announced in 2020, and then they showed some really good video of it. I think 2023 or last year or the year before. I can't remember exactly when, but it looked really good. Like
2 years ago was the trailer.
Okay, yeah, it looked really good, and it reminded me of like Splinter Cell-esque, kind of thing, and yeah, it's just disappointing, and
it's okay. You can use AI. That's the solution.
Yeah.
Just use AI. It's fine.
Although I do see on GameSpot they were saying that a report from May 2024 said the new Perfect Dark game was in, quote, rough shape. So, I mean...
Yeah, I think they were struggling a little bit, but...
Yeah. I don't know. Still doesn't deserve to just be canceled and then the publisher gets shut down.
Well, according to Microsoft, you are incorrect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't Phil Spencer have something that he was talking about how they're... I don't know, they're stronger than ever and all their game. It's like amidst all of this. So it's like, okay, if that's true, then why do you need to axe all these people? If you're in a stronger position than before and doing better than you ever have.
This is
right
now.
So we can focus on blah, blah, blah. Okay. So Elder Scrolls doesn't need a...
Well, they got impacted too, man. Like,
yeah,
Elder Scrolls Online got impacted. Rare got impacted. Romero Games, so John Romero, who made Doom, his yet titled announced FPS.
It's put on hold for now
because Microsoft backed out on it, and it's just like
all in on AI, guys. Here we go.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
People that got...
Yeah, and it's the thing is like it's Microsoft games got impacted a lot, but again, it's like the entire Microsoft, And Adam's mentioning AI because there's two things that have come out from this: is that they are doing these layoffs are to help their AI initiative, which is like an $80 billion push for AI at Microsoft, and then what was it that Microsoft leaders were like, well, if you're finding your work's too hard, use AI to help with that. It's like, what?
Cool. That's what you want to hear.
Yeah. You've seen the Terminator movies, right?
Once or twice.
Right.
Yeah, it makes me worried for not just video games industry, but like the whole world as a whole with AI, because it's very unregulated right now, very unregulated. So it's a little scary on what, because it's getting better and better.
It's learning.
Are we going towards WALL-E? Are we going towards the Matrix right now? Who knows? But hopefully we regulate it before it's too late. 'Cause it's so funny. It's so funny to me, and this is ironic funny, but. That years ago, tech leaders were saying that AI is be fearful. We need to now prevent it and not have AI and have it really be like locked up. And these are now, they're leading the cause for AI. It's like, well, what the fuck? Look at you, Elon Musk, you fucking cuck.
Just don't worry about it. It's fine.
Anyway.
What a fun time.
No, man, I could go on a tangent. I will not, but I could.
It just sucks to continue to see, like, again, I understand that the layoffs affected all of Microsoft, but again, in just the gaming industry, like, at what point are we going to have more than a handful of developers?
Maybe we should stop announcing games early, too.
I think that's a good point too, because Perfect Dark is the example. It was announced, what they showed looked great, but then if they're saying in May and from last year and such that they're having struggles, then like, why? Why were there struggles exactly? What was it? Was it was it stakeholders? I think I read somewhere the new Battlefield, EA's projections are crazy for the new Battlefield. Like, and even
they are because they're returning to not future, like they're returning like Battlefield 3 era, like in terms of setting.
So
and
they
weapons.
think it'll just sell like crazy.
3 and 4 did so well for them.
Yeah. EA expects the next Battlefield to reach 100 million players. Huh?
I don't know about that.
That's
but
what
maybe.
that's what EA said.
I mean, of course they would, and they need
Yeah.
to make themselves look good to their investors and everything, and that's the business side of it, and that's the, it is what it is.
Yeah, I
Sure
just
they'll
don't.
find I'm sure they'll find a scapegoat for somebody when it doesn't ultimately
If it
reach
doesn't,
that
yeah.
insane goal.
And that scapegoat's going to be these developers and staff and layoffs and stuff like that.
Not people. It's fine.
100 million players. Good Christ. I mean,
Maybe they're right.
what I mean, other than like World of Warcraft potentially, who has reached something like that?
Call of Duty, right? Like,
Sure.
but it's
Older Battlefield games.
older Battlefield. Yeah, like it's. It's not my market. I'm not a FPS person. So it's like I don't know the last time a Battlefield game was that high up there.
4 did really well.
Yeah, or did really well.
And it
So
was a lot of fun.
Before you could hovercraft up buildings and shit.
like, don't get me wrong.
I mean-
Seeing some of the clips from Battlefield are just crazy that people can do that
Yeah.
stuff. Like 100%. Like it's like wow, that's nuts. But it's like that's not every game.
Could be. I don't know. It's everything sucks.
Everything does suck. I don't know.
Pretty much.
I don't know if you guys have been following the news surrounding like the Stop Killing Games initiative.
Yeah, million.
Yeah. I don't know, Dustin, you know what that is?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. First of all, Pirate Software, it sucks. I don't know. If you
Yeah,
guys-
is that the guy that's trying to fuck with them?
Dude is like it's egotistical as hell. Like, dude just puts a foot in his mouth all the time and just won't admit he's wrong or whatever.
But he used to be a programmer at Blizzard or something.
So
Yeah, dude, it's so
I
funny.
guess I'm unfamiliar with that dude's stuff.
So to start just like kind of like a too long don't read. Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Okay. So Stop Killing Games is an initiative where they want to have video games be able to still be playable even after they've been canceled or whatever. So like
Okay.
using like Anthem as an example, or The Crew for Ubisoft. Like they have single player modes in these games, but they're online only. So like if they shut down the servers for Anthem, I still can't go and play the single player. Like
Right.
why? There's been games, I can't remember what Command and Conquer is. I think it might have been like Renegade or something. They stopped it, but then they gave like the source code or whatever out to like, hey, if you guys want to continue this on your own, go for it. Here's what you need. And the community has took that on and stuff, like just things like
Yeah.
that. So that's kind of like the too long don't read about Stop Killing Games, is that they just want to be able to have games that you pay for still be
Accessible.
yours. Because like Ubisoft with The Crew, as an example, shut the servers down and then took the game out of people's libraries and said, well, you didn't
Yeah,
own that.
right.
It's like, what the fuck do you mean? I paid money for that. The hell, I didn't own it,
Right.
And Pirate Software's like, just shit, like, shat on that and was telling people like it's dumb and he's gonna actively go against it and stuff. There's a ton of like recent YouTube videos on it that you guys can like look into and stuff. But
So it's this specific guy is the main reason why, because like I understood that like they're wanting to just make sure games that you purchase remain playable,
yeah, basically.
with whatever that means. I just didn't realize that it was because like the Pirate Software guy. I was like, I haven't had time to look into it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Gotcha.
he's just very like egotistical. Like thinks he's right and everyone else is wrong, and everyone's beneath him, and his opinion should always matter and stuff. And some things he said in the past make sense, for sure. But there's also times where, in looking into the stuff, like he was part of this like big hardcore WoW server guild, where in hardcore if you die, your character's dead, right? And
that's that guy.
yeah, where he was like, he their group had did a bad pull and they were looking to run away to reset, and he played a mage, and as a mage, and
Yeah,
like,
I know all about that.
Okay. Yeah, as a mage, you could frost characters, slow people down. He could have saved his group technically, but he didn't want to. But then like people were like, "You could have done this," and he was like, "No, you're wrong. I didn't have this." Blah blah blah.
Okay,
Like,
yeah, that dude's a douche.
He's a
He's
really
a
big douche.
yeah, he's a huge douche. So, but yeah, that like got a lot of traction the last couple of weeks, and it's got the over the signatures needed, for like the
Yeah, it's over 1 million.
Well, I think over 1 million total, but like specifically for EU, like it got like over the 100,000 mark it needed, because like with the EU petition, you have to like prove you're a citizen in order to even sign it.
Well, the thing I saw yesterday was they had gotten over 1 million, and I went to the link, and it's it says you're supposed to be from the EU.
Yeah,
so like
UK
I know
only.
there will be stuff taken away, but I think they actually did reach it.
Yeah, they reached
like
that.
well over 1 million.
I don't think it's 1 million. I thought it was like 100,000 or something, but
I saw 1 million yesterday on something.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It might be 1 million total for like a separate petition, like in general. But yeah, they had to your point, like there's duplicates or people like who didn't do it right, or people that use VPN. Like
Not
there's a
from
number.
the EU.
There's a number of things it could be, but yeah, it's like he's just like shitting on it because it's like this will ruin games, stuff like that. It's like no, it won't. It'll like protect your investment. So it's like it's protection for commerce. Consumers are buying this product, you own it, and developers, stakeholders, as an example, like as the prime, are saying like, no, you don't own that. Ubisoft, like with the Crew, it's like, the fuck you mean? I paid money for this,
Right.
like, and then they like showed like guidelines for like World of Warcraft, like Blizzard can like shut your account down without even a reason, just because they wanted to, and it's just like, what?
Yeah.
So I'd look into it. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I'm seeing a couple places that they reached 1 million.
The European Citizens Initiative is over at 1.1 million right now.
Good. Yeah.
Oh, and the streamer Pirate Software is officially stepping away from off-brand games following the controversy surrounding the Stop Killing Games movement.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, and his
Fuck around and find out, buddy.
So yeah, he was the creative director for Off Brand Games, which is indie studio who makes a number of games. And yeah, he stepped down because of the drama, and he also lied about that, saying like people were mass review bombing their games and stuff like that, which does happen to games. Absolutely, we've seen it, but not in this case. So it's like he's just been like caught up in so much just stupid shit, know.
He said that you can dislike the things I say, but doing things like that is unhinged. It's like, buddy, you were lying, spreading misinformation about the Stop Killing Games movement.
Well,
I think that's been unhinged. Yeah.
Yeah, if it was true, if people were like mass reviewing bombing these games, I would agree with him. Or it's like, yeah, that's a little unhinged, you guys. Like, stop, But like, there was some YouTube video I watched the other day where like they looked and there were some negative reviews, but it wasn't because of them. Like they were like legitimate negative reviews.
Yeah, on the actual game.
Yeah, and it's just like, man. This dude sucks. Like, it's just like he always rubbed me the wrong way on stuff.
Well, it's amazing how incredibly talented some people can be at just shooting themselves in the fucking foot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And blaming everything else around them instead of, just
Narcissists.
maybe are we the baddies?
Yeah, are we the bad guys?
Yeah.
We have skulls on our clothes. What? But it's a very interesting, like, couple weeks on it, because it's like, there's videos I watch, I'm sure you guys heard Moist Critical, has some of his videos would come up on my algorithm for YouTube, and like Stop Killing Games would come up, and I'm like, what is that? And then like he explained it, and I was like, why would anyone not want this? Like,
right.
Huh? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, it's more amazing that you don't want it.
Yeah. I wish I could sign the petition. I just can't.
Yeah.
You can. Just won't count.
Yeah, it just won't count. I wish I could.
But it's just like, man, I don't like, I went down a rabbit hole about it, for last like week on like any type of video had popped up, I'd watch it and listen, and it's just like, yeah, why? I just don't get it. Like, why would anyone want to stop this? And Pirate Software is like, you need to have things more explained and stuff. Like, it just can't be what you're explaining. It's like, dude, it's not going to get, we're going to go put this through, legislation and it's going to pass based on what you wrote. No, that's not how that shit works, man. Like, this is just putting it on the docket, and then, like, lawyers and whomever will then make it work, and
Yeah.
I don't know. Egotistical people piss me off.
Hey man, they crossed 1,000,000.1 and it's still climbing.
Fuck yeah.
So we'll see what happens when whenever they're. I don't know if there's like a time frame on shit when they're done, but how many signatures are legitimate? But I mean, if you're over 1.1 million, you're probably a little bit, on the towards 1 million, if not well over.
I think once again we got to rely on the UK to try to set some shit straight.
Well, I mean, nothing will matter for this side of the pond.
No.
But they got their stuff more figured out, so that's nice.
Exactly. But it's just having somebody push back in that way is refreshing to see.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah, so the European Citizens Initiative is over 1 million. Then the UK one, that's the one I was thinking about, was before, like, at 113,000. It's at 164,000 now. So and it needed 100,000 just to go to, like, to be considered in their parliament. So
to be looked at. Hell yeah.
And it's like, games. And like, this is like the UK. I think it was UK at least that started that shit with Apple, where it's like, Apple, you need to start using USB-C as an example. And it's like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, why? Like, stop making stuff proprietary. Like, no.
What an amazing change.
It's been awesome.
Yeah, as an Apple user, Dustin, I'm sure you're like, hell yeah.
My AirPods still have the old shit, but that's fine. I got plenty of those cords. But yeah, having USB-C now, man, it's pretty nice.
Hell yeah.
It feels pretty good.
Feels pretty good there, Pop. But yeah, well, at least there's been some positive things happening in gaming.
Yeah. And it's like, it's also something that's like, I don't think it's a positive, and it's sad to see, but it's just like, hey man, like, know your audience and stuff. But in talking about layoffs and such, remember the, Game Summerfest when the guy for Splitgate 2 came out with, make FPS games great again.
Oh, what a fucking choice that was.
Yeah, they then suffered a round of layoffs, and they have lost over 80% of its Steam player base.
Yeah. Did that guy take a pay cut or step down yet? Because he probably should have.
I doubt it, but like,
I mean, I also doubt it. That dude doesn't have the wherewithal to make that kind of decision. That would have to be a board decision if there is one.
Yeah, and I mean, he was also like doubling down afterwards, attacking, like.
Also, speaking of douche canoes, yeah, fucking moron.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, and then eventually apologized for it. It was like, it wasn't the right call. It's like, yeah, any PR firm would have been like, don't do that. Like, the audience you're speaking to, no.
I remember watching it and I was like, what the fuck is this dude doing?
Yeah. Ugh.
Living in a bubble.
Did you guys ever play Splitgate?
Not me.
No.
It's fun. It was a lot of fun. It's Halo with portals. So
sounds like a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. I was planning on getting Splitgate too. And that literally changed my mind.
Yeah. He went,
And like, just think about that. Like, you're not the only one, guaranteed.
No,
like,
absolutely.
How many other people that were excited for Splitgate 2 saw that and were like, oh no, because then you go like, what are his political affiliations? I don't want to support that. Like,
just to be that tone deaf.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Sad, dumb.
They're all douche canoes.
All douche canoes, man. I don't have anything else. That's all I got.
Yeah, we'll go on a big rant.
I will, and I gotta just like not do it.
So I'm in chapter 9 or 10 of RE4.
That's a good game.
I forgot how long that game is.
It's also very long. They did a really good job on the remake, though.
it's a lot of fun, and because it was on sale and I got the fancy edition, like I can see all the other little, I don't know, lantern housing things they have to shoot down when it has treasure in them.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been like trying to clear out maps as much as I can.
Hell yeah.
How
addicted to you are you to the shooting game?
When I last played and left off, I'm at the second one.
Okay.
And purposefully didn't go in there because I knew I'd be in there for a while.
It's a shooting game. It's fun, but then the music also, you're just like, I could do better. I could do better.
And I got like 7 gold coins right now.
I got one around me.
Yeah. Like I was on a time crunch, so like I couldn't stay that long. And I was like, if I start this now, it's not going to end for a while. So I try to be responsible.
I still plan on playing Resident Evil 7 after I'm done with my Elden Ring excursion, which I'm almost at the end of that. I'm only at the last bosses of both the DLC of Elden Ring and the main game, so yeah.
God, you beat Radon. It's gonna be easy baby game when you go back.
Bro, that dude's still scared. I got nightmares,
Radon?
Bro.
He's been nerfed, buddy. He's fine.
That is also true. He has been nerfed since I last beat him, but it's still like it's literal like PTSD. Like, and I say that jokingly, but at the same time, it's a fear. It's like I know what's in there. That's why I haven't also gone to attempt Melania as well. It's like I know what you did to me last time.
I still have not beaten Melania in that game. I've not gotten to the tree.
She's so scary. She's a boss bitch though. I love her.
I'm just trying to think of all the different builds I'm going to be able to use in Night Rain, and I'm pleased with myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious on what character is going to speak to you.
Yeah,
I feel like you're such a wild card in these games that I know that you could play any like character. So it's like I wonder which. I truly just am curious on which one's going to be like speak to you.
Yeah.
Misty said the same thing the other day. Not about Night Rain.
Oh,
but
wow.
that I'm such a fucking wild card because we're playing a playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3 right now. And, I want to see what I can do.
Fuck yeah.
Test everything.
Can I break it? I want to see.
She gets really scared when I'm just in the one making decisions and cutscenes.
Hey, man. She killed Halson that first time. Look, man, you just make the choices and see what game you got.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the fun.
You got to live with it.
That's the fun of it. Could I use inspiration here? I don't want to. Let's see how this goes.
We just did the underwater prison.
Oh, the Iron Throne.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That can go real bad if you.
Everybody out except the Illithid.
Oh, Melum.
Yeah. Because that was the first time I've done it as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know he was in there.
Oh, yeah.
And by the time I saw where he was located, I started trying to go through a doorway and couldn't do it. And I only had 2 turns left. And I was like, well,
yep.
See ya.
It's weird. In that one, if you fly, it's odd that you can like fly over the walls at times. Like it will let you do that.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Which is very interesting. But also, if you can get to him, he's got an instant teleport to the submersible
lantern.
So if you can get to him, even if you only have 1 round left, like on his turn, you can pop both of you right back.
I had no idea.
Immediately. So,
well, good to know for another time.
Yeah, exactly, for future playthroughs. So,
and that's the thing. Like I wish I would have known the fly thing too, because I had Jaheira in an elemental form.
Yep. I found that out on accident, just being like, can I fly in here? And then it like let me fly over the door. And I was like, interesting, guys. But I mean, I'll do it if you're going to let me do it.
Well, the next playthrough we're doing is a dirge playthrough, so I don't know how we'll rescue him or not.
Eventually I'll play
It's
that
fun
again.
to do bad things.
Chris, I'd play that with you, bud.
Yeah, I just gotta, like, I don't know. I gotta have that, like, want to play it, that yearn for that kind of game.
I will say,
and it will happen.
When it's time and you want to, throw that shit on easy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I have no qualms about playing a game on easy. Don't worry.
That's what Misty and I are doing right now. It just makes it so much more fun. There's still a lot of bullshit too.
Yeah, there is a lot of bullshit. What I actually like to do is just do straight custom and put all of their like power and their tactics on like tactician. So like they actually use, more powerful spells and new tactics. But then I just put the character power on basically story mode, which feels counterintuitive, but like it gives you the most health, it gives you the most chances. So it's just like a fun, like, okay, here I am full power, you're full power, let's fucking go. Because then it gives them a little more health. Just makes, but I also play with mods that allows me to bring every single party member with. So that can get to be very large battles. But like when you got 12 people with you, it's a fucking joke. So I don't know. Just started a new tactician run. See how far I can get in that with Zach. We'll see. Just straight tactician, no health.
There must have been enough updates that happened where this was the first time where I had Dame Aelin make correct decisions in some big fights.
Sure. Actually, be smart.
Yeah, because I had my own personal playthrough where I'm just playing through on easy, and like she was still dumb as a box of rocks.
Yeah. Some of the AI needed to be updated.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we're pretty much at an hour.
Hell yeah.
Ready?
Hell yeah, brother.
Okay.
This corner. I'm still working on that. Okay.
I loved it.
We'll workshop it.
Tweet corner like rolled out the tongue, after years. This is still, a work in progress.
Just Cordner.
Dick corner.
Dick corner. Yeah.
We got 2 from our lovely boys in our Disc corner, which I'm going to call this out later, but in our episode description, you will have an invite link if you do want to ask us for these questions. So, our first one comes out, Look Out Zombies. And they want to know, at CGY Boys, what are some of the worst fictional U.S. presidents and why? #Disc corner. Which I then said, thank you for clarifying fictional because...
We'll get on
a
rant.
That was easy. That was easy.
This is low-hanging fruit.
Low-hanging fruit, man. I don't know his name, but Jack Nicholson from Mars Attacks.
That's the exact one.
That was my immediate.
I can't remember his name.
One.
It's been so long since I've seen it. But
President James Dale.
James Dale. Jack Nicholson from Mars Attacks. It's 100%.
Yeah. The best one we could do is, Bill Pullman.
Jed Bartlett.
Jed Bartlett. I know
Jed
that.
Bartlett, bro.
But Bill Pullman in Independence Day.
100%.
It.
I also thought of. Is this still the U.S.? Like, what's his name? Is it President Snoke in Hunger Games? Is it Snoke?
Snoke.
What's his name?
Snoke is from Star Wars.
Yep.
Yeah. Snoke is Star Wars, but President Snow from Hunger Games. I guess technically that would be a U.S. president.
Right. He also came into mind. But the actual U.S., I just thought immediately Mars Attacks.
I need to rewatch that movie. It's been too long. I love that movie so much.
I was just thinking that too.
Get Jack Black in that movie.
I was going to say, a young Jack Black.
Danny DeVito.
Jack Nicholson plays 2 roles.
Elvis's daughter.
Rest in peace.
Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
Such a fun movie.
We need another fun movie like that. Sinners was really close, but in a different way.
Yeah.
Or still in a different way.
Different kind of fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any fun, just movie like that's come out in years, but I don't know.
We could. We could get it with the Naked Gun remake.
That's true. That's true. I don't know, man. They're kind of crushing it on their marketing campaign.
Yeah, but I've watched the trailers for it, and there's a lot of just, why would you?
Yeah.
include that.
Yeah, I think it's
But it's also a part of that
The kind of
movie
movie.
franchise.
Yeah.
it goes. It remains to be seen, because it's like it's such a different world.
I was just gonna say, like, with that movie, I'm curious to see how far they'll go with it. Like, because there's a specific brand of stupid or dry humor that, like, do you have the courage to do it in today's landscape, and what will that look like?
I mean, when
Subsequently,
you
how
have Seth
funny is it going to
MacFarlane
be? Yeah,
attached, which that could go either way.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
some of the stuff when the trailers, I'm like, why would you even do that? Came from him. But you have Akiva Schaffer directing, so I mean, like,
So the marketing, I don't know if I've seen like the actual trailer for it yet, but
just like the teaser.
I watched the teaser, which I was like, wow, that was really good. And then like one of the recent advertisements was like, this was not made by AI, and it was like him with like 8 fingers holding a gun. I was like, okay, that's pretty funny. But yeah, it's hard to say. All right, and our last one comes from Jeff Allegedly. I just have muscle memory. I just want to say Jeff Allegedly Jeff, but
it's natural.
Still good.
As Dry Boys, what do you predict your last words will be? Hashtag Discorner.
Watch out for that tree
Yeah.
when I'm George of the Jungle.
Do these tacos taste funny to you?
Man,
Super
I don't know.
natural reference.
Oh, no, that show's got like 28 seasons.
This one, if you watch the show, it's do these tacos taste funny to you? It's the Groundhog's Day episode where Dean just keeps dying and respawning at the beginning of the episode, dying in different ways.
That's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
And one of those, he goes, "Do these tacos taste funny to you?" And then it cuts to him waking up again. It's like, what the fuck? I don't know what my actual
I don't
last
know,
words will
man.
be.
I don't know, like, because it's like my ideal death is just to go in my sleep.
Right.
So it could be anything,
If,
Good night.
If I'm able to, the Independence Day speech.
Will not go quietly into the night.
Yeah. Hello, boys. I'm back.
I'll fly pilot.
Ack, ack.
Ack. Yeah, man. I don't know. I really don't have an answer, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I failed.
I'm sticking with, do these tacos taste funny to you? It'd be funny.
Well, it is funny. And they taste funny. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for your contributions to the Discorner conversation. If you, other dear listeners, have something on your mind you would like us to take a stab at answering on our next episode, send it our way over at Discord. Like Chris said earlier, we will have a link to it in the description of this episode. Just throw that in your browser or your phone, and it'll send you to us. And then there is a channel for Come Get Your Podcast Discorner. And throw your answer in there, and we'll answer it to the best of our ability on the following episode. And along with, sending us questions, tell every single person you know, your mom, your dad, family, strangers on the street, to come listen to your favorite boys on the internet over here at Come Get Your Podcast. So make sure you spread the word, because we are on every podcasting thing you can imagine at this point, from Podbean to Google's podcast thing, to Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify, you name it. Wherever you get your podcasts, we are most likely there. But as always, we end every episode with a shower thought from Reddit. And this week's comes from user Nick NT. And they say, MCU's NYC would be very affordable to live in. Being at the center of a world-ending event every few years and a couple of citywide disasters every single year should be enough to drop housing prices.
Oh, shit.
Finally. That is going to do it for episode 204 of Come Get Your Podcast. I've been your host, Adam.
I've been Dustin.
I've been Chris.
We'll see you guys next time.